Hello everyone, we are back with episode 2.5 of Code Vein. I titled it Fighting Old Friends because one of Noah's old comrades that we saw in the flashback has now turned into essentially the Lost, or the Revenant, becoming the Lost. Extremely fast-paced boss fight. Very challenging compared to the bosses we've fought so far. I am still using the katana, so it's still a relatively fast weapon. I got the axe equipped for the special ability, and we're going to see what we can do. Essentially, we need to get through this first phase almost seamlessly. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be relatively well, which I'm not doing right now. Because the second form regains health and is much more difficult than the first one. Something that's good about the axe attack is it does that AoE effect if you get to charge it all the way. And it does do consistent damage. Daggone, I was trying to roll out of it. I've definitely used too many of my heals. This is probably not going to be the run that does it, but we'll see. I haven't even tried to parry this boss yet. Some of the bosses I've been parrying fairly well, but let's see what we can do. We did make it to the second form this round. I'm going to skip through this because it's a long cutscene, and if you watched episode 2, then you would have seen it. Okay, well, we just downed him, so that was probably the most damage I've seen us do to him at one point. I don't exactly know what we did, to be honest, but seems like we just can't let up on the guy. I'm going to try to get my space and heal up. That way I don't have to let Noah die. Now, oh, this is a bad one. Yep, and he caught me with it twice. Alright, that's not good. Okay, we actually might get him here. Now, I wanted to beat all the bosses on my own without somebody, but this fight, I feel like, for one, with how fast he is kind of made to have aggro change between both of you and your partner. And it's supposed to actually be saving Noah. So I feel like using Noah makes sense story-wise with this fight. Okay, I'm talking too much. I'm letting myself get out of the zone. Awesome, we got him. All right, there we go. 11k haze as well. That's sweet.
So long, friends.
First try since coming back. I knew I just needed to get my, food in my stomach and take a little reset. I was feeling it. Worked out this morning. Took care of the dog, and then I came up to do this, and I was just a little too hungry, I think, to focus on it.
We always respected what you could do. I won't let your sacrifice go to waste.
I didn't watch a lot of the character preview trailers before the game came out because I didn't want to spoil the characters. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about some of them, but Noah's actually becoming a really well built out character and somebody that I like the personality of a lot, so I'm pretty happy with this character and his backstory.
Ideologically, we were like oil and water, but the guy was razor sharp. During our academy days, we'd get into heated debates over the future of revenant society.
They're talking about the academy days, which we also saw in his
Even after
flashback,
we
but they
went our
seemed like they
separate
were
ways,
full-grown people, so
I
I
always
don't
thought our
exactly
common goal
know,
would bring us
like,
together in the end.
if after they became revenants, they went into this academy to, like, help them understand their new
When I
abilities,
say
or
academy,
how
I mean
exactly
the
that worked.
establishment run by Voda House.
Okay, well, we're getting a little
And
backstory right here.
He's next in line to the throne. In other words, eventually, he'll be the most powerful figure out here on the frontier. Not to mention the dozen other hats he wears. Formologist, judicial magistrate of revenant affairs.
Something that's awesome
He's too
about
damn
Code Vein is
talented
how
for his own
well,
good.
like,
Problem
talked
is,
about the
not
story
everyone
is.
likes
Some of
an
the
enemy
other
who's as
Souls-based games,
hands-on as the
you have to
Valentines.
kind of imply it or look up the lore
My
to
hunch
really
tells me
know
that someone wants to put a
what's going
stop to
on or
Valentin's
what the
research.
character's background
The
is.
Raiders and France. I think they were pawns to that end.
Something that, you know, JRPGs usually do pretty well.
I'm gonna head back to Magmel. You're more than welcome to tag along if you want, but hey, no pressure. It's your choice.
So he's wanting us to
That's
tag
right.
along. We're in the
I got you
past
this
right
little
now.
going away present. Here, give me your
We were
hand for a
essentially
second.
told by the main lady, which I don't believe I remember her name, that we shouldn't meddle with the past. We should just get the abilities and continue moving forward with the current present, which there could be legitimate reason of, hey, if we
Not bad
change
for
this
my
character's
first time.
backstory,
That
then
right
how
there
will
is
it
a
affect
summoning
how we
formula.
approached it in the
You
beginning
can use it to
anyways?
call me to your aid, instantly too, even from a pretty
Or
fair distance.
the
At
other
least I
theory
can
could
do
be
after you
maybe
stuck your neck out
she's
so much
trying to
for
get
me.
us to build the power of
Anyway,
Lou
hit me
for
up whenever
herself.
you need a hand. All right?
But now I can
Well,
call upon this
I'll
character,
be
it
seeing
seems
you.
like, potentially in the present as well, because of the coin that he just gave us.
We managed to fend off the attack. That should mean Magmel no longer falls, changing the course of history. Ready to return to the present? Or would you like to see more of Magmel before we leave? The choice is up to you.
So it's kind of interesting because it seems like I might actually have a choice of if I do more in the past or go back to the present. It seems like there's actually two timelines that I'm playing through. It's not like the story is just one go around, because now I have this quest in the past. And I have a quest in the present, so that's pretty nice. And something I did notice is that it is kind of like an overlay of the map because of the treasure chest in it being blocked in episode 1. So let's see. I think we'll go to Magmel, just talk to him. I would like to grind out a little XP and stuff, but I think I've picked up enough of the crucial items here. I don't believe I'm missing any of the like regeneration stuff, but I might have to just look up a guide, to be completely honest, to do that, because I'm playing this blind, and it'd be nice to make sure I have all my regen stuff before I move on to the next phase. Is this not coming up? There it is. That took a while. So personally, I'd like to play through most of the game solo. If I really need somebody for a boss, or it makes sense to use them for a boss, I will. Goal is definitely to play solo, though.
You came. Can't get enough of me, huh? Valentin's gonna be happy. The others will want to see you too. Just be ready for a hero's welcome after everything you've done.
So if he's not dead, then some of the other guys probably won't be dead either. It'll be really interesting to see how the present changes. And I do kind of wonder, I might have to do another playthrough depending on what I find out, because potentially if I were to go back to the present like I was supposed to without saving him, there might have been some different cutscenes or outcomes. It just kind of depends. But I'm gonna take a guess that it's not that in depth. It's gonna be more so just two timelines to play through. Although it would be a little lackluster after them mentioning how saving him could make differences for them not to have differences. But I understand also that that would essentially create 3 timelines within the game, and depending on what choices you make, could even split up even more
Can't get
timelines.
enough of me, huh? The others will want to see you too. Just be ready.
So it seems like I should go back there to talk to him. But I don't see him here. Maybe he's in like the throne room place that I saw earlier. Yeah. It doesn't appear to be here either. Still has the mission marker. Okay, so essentially my next one is to return to the present, and then I'll head on with these quests. So my work here is essentially done at this point. It would be nice to explore it more just to make sure I got everything, but I don't necessarily want to prolong the episode length. Alright.
Please, look.
Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just going to be following 2 timelines. If it's just remaking a bridge, I mean, we're going to have to explore that area eventually anyway, so that's the effect that happened from saving him.
Magmel. It's a new future. One forged by our own hands. There's no time to waste. I think we should go check on Noah and the others. Let's return to the Institute. One way or another, we're going to need to get a first-hand look at how our actions affected the timeline. Lady Lavinia.
You should know I am able to observe alterations to our timeline. You cannot hide what you have done. I see that my warning has not been heeded.
That's not true. I'm just as much to blame.
So long as you both did what you believe to be right, I will respect that decision. But remember this. If nothing else, the effects of changing time are both profound and unpredictable. Who knows what will come? Your actions have rejected the past, denied history as it once was. Now, with the strength of your sincere will, you have saved those people.
I wonder what would have happened though if I waited to follow that bond until I left, like she had intended us to do. Because I feel like this has to have happened at one point or another, so we might have maybe just learned something from this Lady
potential
Lavinia
of
and then
man is
had to go back
beyond
anyways? I'm not sure.
Now, proceed to Magmel. There is someone who very much wishes to see you.
So I just got a trophy notification for it, so it's like, obviously it had to be done at some point. Just trying to
Now,
see what that difference would be. She just came up here. She had to have taken that elevator. I don't know why it's not up. Oh well.
It appears to be in working order.
Yeah, I would hope so. We just used it. Alrighty. It is a little bit brighter in the sky, which is nice. I don't know if that is always been just a weather change in the present, but previously, anytime I was in the present, which was only twice in the game, it's been pretty dark and dreary, which I thought was, you know, a choice for the storytelling, but I don't know. We should be able to explore more of this island now, though, in the present, so I'll be interested to see if the enemies differ, if there's new loot to be had, or if the kind of map overlaying that we've had previously,
they're called blood codes, if I recall.
all the items will just be gone
Each
that we
revenant
got in
has
the
a
past.
different ability too.
Okay, so they're still saying the same dialogue pretty much. Now these were where all the characters were previously, I believe, when we were in Magmel. There were no characters in there. Why would the statue even be there? I guess it's just to show us how we affected the past. Oh, sweet. I was just complaining we didn't get any loot from boss fights.
Something we can use.
Shield of Stupor. So, I'm guessing the stone is just keeping up with the theme of how everything looks when we go into the character's past and we explore their like history. But I personally kind of thought it's because he was like Medusa when he tore off his head and would turn us to stone. So, I don't know if this would also do that. Shield that guards enemy attacks, reduces damage in exchange, guarding consumes stamina, perfect blocking, blah blah blah, slightly increases defense. Where's the like special stuff? Okay, I don't know if there's really anything too special about this shield. I was hoping it would grant the ability to like turn people to stone or something, since that was his ability. I'm going to see if I can move around any more than the first time I was here in the present. So bear with me real quick as I run to a different part of the map. Last time I saw a treasure chest beyond the wall and I wasn't able to actually go past the wall. Now I can go past the wall, but just like I thought, I opened this treasure chest in the past and it is gone. Alrighty. Back here there was also a character in which we could buy stuff from. See if he's still over there. Looks like he is. That's kind of glowing. Huh. I can't pick it up and I can't destroy it, so. Oh, well, I just saw something. There we go. Lets me pick it up there. Guess I just wasn't in the right spot. If you're playing this game, let me know what you think of it so far. If you're not, let me know kind of like what you've seen, if you think you're going to pick it up. I'm having a good time with it so far. In episode 2, I kind of talked about some things I was seeing as far as people's reviews online. I mean, I was a huge fan of the first one. This one's definitely a little bit different. But I do think that it's a great game, and I like the open world and kind of the brighter scenery in this first part of it. I don't know that that'll continue throughout a whole lot of the story, but I am thankful that they at least put in some green space for it.
Finished replenishing our supplies?
For now. So now that I know I can travel more places, I'm also a little interested in seeing what enemies are out here. I do know that there were some enemies just down the path to the side, so I'm going to check that out real quick and then we'll get going on with the story. I just wanted to see what's up with the present. I don't think these guys were here in the present last time, but I also don't know that I could go this way. Okay, yeah, so they're not here. There were two of those raider guys over here with a bayonet and a samurai sword or something, so. Alright, so potentially I could continue to travel throughout the present and maybe find some enemies, or it would just stop me at some point from continuing further like it did the first time. This game definitely holds some kind of interesting twists and secrets that make it interesting to kind of go back and forth and play through. Okay, so I saw on Fighting Cowboy's stream that girl. So considering she's here, we're probably going to be going through the present for a little bit.
Noah, allow me to explain.
Damn. I knew you had something going on, but a time traveler? I never would have guessed it. Slaying those heroes is gonna be one hell of a task, so you better count me in. I'm a century overdue, but Noah Gaither always repays his debts.
At long last, all of the conditions have been met. Now, allow me to remind you of the gravity of the task at hand. Our goal is to prevent the demise of this world. To that end, your task is to awaken and slay the dormant heroes. Iris, the status report, please.
Each hero is sealed inside strong protective barriers, which we call cocoons. These barriers make them impervious to attack. In order to release a hero from their cocoon, you'll need a key. These keys will serve to rouse their pathos. The bad news is that, unfortunately, we have no idea where these keys may be found. We don't even know what they might look like.
Her and Noah both had those, like,
Blue's
neck
ability to
rings.
travel
It's kind of
through
interesting.
time is our key. Her gift will be crucial for obtaining them.
I'll use my power to transport us back to a time before the upheaval. Once we're there, hopefully we can make contact.
So we go back in
with each
time
of
to
these
get the
legendary
keys.
heroes.
We'll be essentially helping
Then,
some
we'll
of
need to locate a
the
key that can rouse each
main
hero's
characters to
pathos.
defeat relevant people in their
Find the
pasts
key
to unlock
and
them
return
as
to the present.
helpers.
Release
And then the
heroes
current
and
world
slay
is a
them.
little bit more similar to the original
Should
Code
you
Vein with the
manage to
cocoons
vanquish
and the
the
giant
5
monsters coming
main
out.
heroes,
And then them being the
the
5 main
calamity
heroes
set
makes me
to
think of the
befall
final boss of
our
Code Vein. Whereas, you know, the guy slaying
5 heroes.
the boss and then he sat in the throne to
Head to the bridge
kind of
connected to
maintain
the
that world's
mainland.
energy or whatever it was.
Make your way back into time. The future of this world rests in your hands.
Alrighty. Oh, wow. I got a lot of stuff I can do. Travel across the bridge to the layman, speak to Noah, slay the hero. Dang. Okay. So Lavinia has a specific quest, Noah does, Iris does, and then I have 3 heroes so far put onto my list to kill, with the bridge traveling to the mainland.
So, they want you two to save the world, do they? Damn, talk about some high stakes. I guess you and Lou only know what the records say about the past, right? Let me get you up to speed on what happened after you left. I guess it's been, what, about a century? At the time, the seal on the Resurgence was waning, just like we're seeing now. In their attempt to restore the seal, the heroes fought in a great battle called the Upheaval. That's when Valentin went missing. I wasn't out on the frontier when it all went down, and I still haven't been able to track him down to this day. But I'm confident he didn't bite the dust that day. Not Valentin. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for clues. Anything that might lead me to him. Listen, I'll do whatever it takes to help you with your mission. But I also need you to help me with mine. Deal? I knew I could count on you.
Seems like Lavinia is kind of the main driver of this story in the present, and then Valentin is the main driver of the story in the past. They both seem, honestly, a little suspect to me. Which, the characters in this game all kind of have a darker theme anyway, so it's kind of hard to tell. But they both obviously have their own goals. Lavinia kind of made herself seem a little bit more positive when we came back after making the choice to help out with Noah. But Valentin has still yet to kind of prove to me why he could be a good character or not. So, pretty much the same items. Nothing too crazy.
I take it.
One of my ancestors used to research formology. I was scrolling through the records, but guess what he built? A Forma-powered motorcycle. He supposedly custom-rigged it for us.
I'll upgrade your...
Still don't have the Tender Lightstone to upgrade that. I could upgrade these. I don't really know that I want to yet, though. And then his blood code still does not seem to be progressing, which I'm unsure about why. Now I also have the Franz blood code, Lou, and Guardian's Heart. I want to level up the Noah's one, especially because he's the partner I'm going to use a lot. However, I would like to start leveling up some of these, so let's talk to these characters, see what happens.
I haven't introduced myself properly, have I? I'm Iris Magmel. I contribute to our organization's human preservation efforts and conduct investigations on the heroes in each region. Eliminating the heroes is going to be no small task, but you and Lou won't be alone. Or if there's anything I can do to assist...
Okay, so we made a pack with Iris now, so that's cool.
Hiya, do you have a moment? I'm in charge of booster research and development for Magmel. Boosters are used by revenants to enhance their abilities, but Hunter, while the effects are potent, they also take a serious physical toll, so you can only equip so many. But From now on, I'll give you any boosters I develop. One more thing. Developing boosters requires remnants obtained from revenants. Knowing you, they won't be hard to come by. Would you mind keeping an eye out for certain ones I need?
So that's good to know. Those boosters are cool. We have one so far, but actually lower some of the stats that I'm utilizing with the weapon that I'm currently using. So I don't know that's really going to be that helpful at the moment, so I didn't equip it. However, considering that we'll be able to make some more, that'll be awesome.
Now that you and Lou are one, I sense you've awakened a new, unique ability. All revenant powers are influenced by
I don't know why she's so
aptitudes
giant.
called blood codes. Your unique ability allows you to absorb any blood code and call upon it at will. What's more, you seem to adapt to these blood codes the more you fight. Wondrous potential dwell. I've come up with a way to aid you, albeit indirectly. Close your eyes. I need a small sample of your blood.
Interesting.
Perfect. I've extracted and assimilated blood code to synthesize a booster.
Huh.
Its effects are only a fraction of the original code, but use it judiciously and it should serve you well.
So essentially once I become proficient, which is what I was wondering, you know, I was wondering what the benefit is since I cleared Noah 1 and now we're on Noah 2. Kind of like, what's the point of Noah 1 being proficient if its stats don't get boosted? I just get a new one. And I guess it's going to be every time we master one, we're going to get an additional booster. So this actually doesn't look like there's negatives to it anymore. There was one that I had on here that most definitely showed negatives. Huh. That's quite interesting. Okay. I do notice that the dodge seems to have a down to it, but I don't know. Okay, well, we'll just equip them all, see what's up. Cool. I know that I really have a ton of items I want to equip at the moment, but we'll see. It's not letting me dodge right now. It's gonna just make sure my dodge was the same speed.
Noah is even helping us in our own time. It's good to have his assistance. Let's take the bridge to the mainland. We have a mission to do. Let me know if you have any.
Alright everybody, I'm gonna use the restroom just real quick. Just be a couple seconds and then I'll be back and we'll continue on with this to the mainland most likely. See what they have in store for us. Alrighty. I appreciate y'all bearing with me.
These days,
I'm
that
gonna
being
check
said,
on.
See, if you're also, I want you to have notice the
Okay,
strange
so
rooms.
it's weapon
I've
research.
taken a personal interest.
Nice.
If you watch yourself, yeah.
Dang. Like, we get a lot of quests. And there are a lot of dungeons. I'll have to see how many of these quests are on the mainland. And see if I want to go there first. Oh, dang, I have quite a few partners. Gains levels. Okay, I don't really think that our partners had levels previously. They're affected by the jail, affected by levels, and then doesn't seem like they can die though. Okay, so wow, cool. So Guardian's Heart seems like it will have somebody attached to it, but I'm not sure. Or maybe there is no partner. I don't know. Cool. So I think I'm going to explore a little bit. While I'm exploring, I'll switch to this one and try to max that out. So there's a quest marker on the actual magma, quest marker on the bridge to the mainland. I don't see any more quest markers on the mainland. Quest marker way out there. Dang. Okay. We'll see. Okay. Cool. Let's get after it.
Everything ready?
I'll be interested to see how she fights. Only really had Noah supporting me. Then I did want to beat most of the game by myself, so I'll probably put her away after a while. But definitely want to check out the different battle styles. So previously when I came through this bridge, there was a dilapidated building to the right and a little like enemy camp out there as well. So we'll see how much of that still reigns true in the present or if they change things up much. So the tent's still up there. The house is still over there. So let's see what bad guys are around. Okay, well that's the same placement as before, so the past and the present are probably going to be extremely similar, which, I mean, would have been nice if they put a little bit more effort into it and differentiating it. I saw some health bars blinking down there, which is interesting. Also not playing too well right now because I'm focused on other elements of the game. But yeah. Seems like something's fighting each other down there. So I'm a little bit interested to see what's going on. Oh, dang. That thing looks crazy. My stamina bar is also still draining. Okay, there we go. Is this one of those, like, things I'm supposed to find? Oh, crap. Okay. I need to wake up. I'm wanting to use the axe. I'm not very good at remembering the button for the axe. Considering how little damage I'm doing, I feel like there's a particular timing that I'm supposed to have to attack this enemy. Okay, well I was trying to roll forward during that, but sure. No problem. Dang. That's okay. Dang, how's it not dead yet? Come on. It just got health back, I feel like. Did I finally get it? Guess so. That was kind of crazy. So there are some other important items that drop, like that tropical coffee beans and stuff that were not in the past. So it does appear that there is more to explore. So, and I could spend some time going around this past as well. Can I do anything with this strand or not really? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the rest area. Oh dang, there's another one of those things. Instead of the big hammer guy. Guess that's just a regular enemy. I did not anticipate that. But at least I get another chance at fighting it, because I do feel like that first go around was pretty pathetic.
You've gotten stronger.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. I don't even know if I should try to fight it, because it just takes so long to fight it, but we'll see. I'll fight this one because it'll take a little less time. I feel like it's probably because I switched blood codes, but my stamina is definitely draining a lot faster. Yeah, so I think when an attack like that happens, you're supposed to take advantage of it and attack. Dang it. There we go. This go-around's going a lot better. Shows how in this game, if you just know their attacks, how much better you can do. Also watching your stamina. Crap, I was trying to do my skill when I should have dodged. Well, I was doing good.
Sorry for taking so long.
Cool. I feel like that fight is justified now, so we can move on. Okay, well, I think everything I gotta do is across this bridge, so. Okay, so we're almost completely proficient in Lu number 1. Then I'll either switch to one of the other two, or maybe I'll see if that number 2 of Noah will progress for me or not. Okay, so this one's actually under the bridge. I tried to teleport to actually hope that it would help us, but it doesn't seem that it did. Oh boy, that's like one of those revival stones, isn't it?
What is this?
Is there gonna be like a boss on the bridge, or is this something different?
It's addressed to you. To the great hunter who saved our lives, we pray you will accept this gift. Fate willing, we leave this to you, in the hope that it may help aid you in forging a new future.
Okay. So what is it? Oh, it's the motorcycle. Ah, that's cool. I was wondering how we were going to get into the present because they were making it in the past.
It's come an awfully long way to get here. A whole 100 years come and gone. We should take it. After all, they gave it to us. And I'm sure it will aid us on our quest.
Cool. 7 motorcycle R1 and left.
A battle to save the world from ruin. To be honest, I used to be filled with doubt. Alone, the weight of duty felt suffocating. But now, I have you. Together, I have faith we'll find a way. Let's go. Wherever you go, I will always be by your side. Feels nice to have the wind rush through your hair.
In these types of games, I'm always looking for like hidden items and things. It really seems like there should be something over there. Let me grab this real quick.
Shall we rest a while?
There's a pier down there.
I'll be right there.
Sure. No enemy jump scares or nothing. This is a pretty big empty space for nothing to be going on. I mean, are we going to be able to go to a whole nother, like, island map from here or something? Maybe we will. Oh, dang. Okay. So there's where the rest of those quests are. Alright. I want the axe because I feel like it's pretty nice to have, but I also kind of like the bow when I'm exploring. The bow is pretty handy for taking out some different things. I find it very hard to believe that that's just a meaningless thing, but oh well.
The sunken city lies just up ahead. Let's go over everything we know. A major resurgence befell the city, causing most of it to sink beneath the sea. Almost all of the residents were transformed into horrors.
So instead of the Lost, we're calling them horrors in this game, essentially.
The small group of survivors was saved by a young girl. The hero, Jose. Somewhere inside the sunken city is Jose's cocoon. Let's start by looking for leads.
Sure. That's the whole point of being here. One second, guys. Alrighty. That's the map thingy, so that would be cool. You know, there haven't been any jump scares yet, which kind of bothers me, because Code Vein 1, there were tons of jump scare enemies. I mean, not that it was like super scary, but like they'd pop out from behind things and catch you off guard, so I kind of like that challenge a little bit. And then you kind of remember the pathways too, and like, oh, this enemy was here and that one was there. It's not letting me lock on to them.
You're the revenant hunter. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you! Damn vermin. I'll get you.
Calm down, please. We're not here to hurt you. You are a hunter, after all. It's no surprise he mistook you for a foe. The Luna Rapace
He just calmed back down and just started kneeling there again.
To the point that he can barely control
funny.
his emotions at all.
Jose. Dear Jose. Soon, I will be joining you.
Nobody wears the masks in this game, and like, it's not that I don't like the masks. I think some of them are cool, but it's a little like they include so many mask options. I assume just because it's, you know, Code Vein 2. But if you don't need the mask, it's like a little silly to a certain extent.
This is her family grave.
The mask actually kind of like had purpose, I believe, in the first game.
One by one, the world took her. Yet despite all she suffered, and I let her sacrifice go. I will kill. She and I were, but she's Jose's mother. One by one, yet despite, and I let her sacrifice.
Alright. That's enough of him being a crybaby. Let's look around, see what's up. Nothing much, so let's drop down. I mean, it seems like I could drop in there from above and explore that if I want to. But I just don't want it to be more redundant, empty areas like that previous one that we did. Well, I accidentally just dropped a whole nother floor. Okay, well. I guess it just connects right there, and it was another empty, redundant area. Alright. I mean, like, the least they could do is hide something in there to pick up. I'm checking all the nooks and crannies, and I really haven't found anything special by doing so.
Another settlement.
So these are people who won't kill us?
Aren't you? Sadly, we can't offer much in return. We've had too many die on us.
You're a revenant hunter? I suppose you can stay here if you want.
I'm with you all the way.
I know some people who are more professional streamers and have been streaming this game have made it a lot farther than I have, and probably at this point similar amounts of time. I don't know if they just kind of know where to look for the items so they're not looking all over the place, but I haven't really met too much resistance in the game, so really the amount of time I'm taking is just based upon the fact that I'm looking around for a bunch of stuff. But I don't really know if it's even worth it because I'm hardly finding anything that's not on the beaten path.
The caravan. They say this.
What is the red thing though? That's weird. Oh well. We can always come back in our free time.
Brace yourself. You take this.
Nice.
You're as dependable as ever. Hard to imagine a city this grand falling so fast.
Yeah. Just depends on what fought them. Okay, so I think that's actually the area I probably saw a fighting cowboy go through last night, and I've seen a couple people get to just through there. So I guess I'm not terribly behind, depending on if that's true or not. Let me explore outside here a little bit, pick up some items and whatnot, and then we'll go through there.
We'll be nearing the city center. Keep your wits about you.
Man, there's actually like quite a bit of area to explore here. Oh! Well, that really sucks. Huh.
You're awake. Thank goodness.
Alright, so let's go pick up the haze. I'm pretty sure it's still haze, even though some of the names for things have changed. I don't, like, other than aesthetics, I don't really know why they put those strands right there.
Good. You found it.
And there's like not a lot going on other than a couple items. The details of the signage and some of the actual wreckage items though are a nice touch to the scenery.
I'll be right there.
It looks like I can't go that way. I'm pretty sure I would drown again. So, looks like we're in the clear to move on. Shouldn't have any missed items. I don't think I can get up there either because that's kind of blocked off over there. Yep, so this is the bad guy that I saw a lot of people fighting right before they kind of stopped streaming the other day. So I'm going to fight this guy, see how I stack up. Oh, well, I tried to roll. Dang, okay. So I think I need to roll maybe a little bit later. so that I missed the later part of his attack. Huh, I keep getting more points to use, which is cool. I don't know if that's from Lou or if that's just the blood code I was using, but I feel like I had a lot more Ichor to use. That was not even that hard. I saw a lot of other people struggling, which I have been exploring a lot, so it could be definitely possible that I just am a much higher level. Dang, so some things go up, and some things really drop if I were to go there. That's interesting. And it does have higher Ichor. Alrighty.
Worshippers of the Resurgence appear to gather here.
I want to be fighting at my best. It's hard to not be fighting at my best, but I would kind of like to level up some of these other ones too. Let's just do it. Let's go to that one. See, like, that would be a perfect place to put an enemy that just jumps out at you.
Good. We've made it through. Now let's continue along this way.
Do I want to go that way or up there? I think I'll go up here. Oh. There's a stairway right here and I didn't even notice. That might be a way that people could kind of get around that big boss if they were having trouble with him, but honestly, not too bad. I do wonder what the level cap will be in this game, and the first one was 300. Since you don't get to choose where your stats go, it's not like there's a max stat type of thing, like in Dark Souls where there's like the meta and then the cap where it's beneficial and then like the hard cap or whatever. So it could really be whatever they choose it to be.
I'll be right there.
I think 200 could have been a good max level for Code Vein 1. However, since it has replayability, 300 can make sense.
I sense a strong pulse of Jose's pathos nearby. From within the clock tower, I believe.
Okay, so
Jose's powers were
this hasn't been a very long level so far, if it's going to be in there.
Causing her to go berserk. Alas, even those survivors she once sought to protect have become victims. Her frenzy strikes without care or focus. After that attack, she went into isolation and came to be known as the Queen of Solitude. Jose's life was marked with struggle from her birth. The powers were amazing, but wild. There must be a way inside the tower. Let's investigate the area. We'll see what we can find.
Alrighty. So the tower could definitely like be expansive and whatnot. Doesn't look that big though. So we'll see how long this level really is.
Imagine the history this clock
And
tower
then it does
has
look
seen.
like there's paths to the right and the left. Kind of expanding upon the area. So could could just be the mission's not that long, but the area itself is going to be more expansive. Oh, well, if that's the marker, maybe the tower goes this way, like it's also a long tower. I don't know. Interesting.
Let's rest up.
I honestly haven't even gotten to see how Lou really fights because I've been just fighting on my own, but let's see. I might swap into Iris and see what she's got. Oh, I obtained her blood code as well. Did I not already have it? Maybe I didn't. A lot of stuff drops when I put that on. Does seem pretty strength heavy though, so that could be cool. Oh, dang. Different roles and burden on it. Come overburdened for the first time. How am I overburdened though? So she's got a strength for me, or whatever the crap you want to call it.
No
So
telling
let's
what
see.
lurks inside. Be careful.
There's a lot to explore. I'm gonna try to progress with the story, but once
So this is Jose's domain.
when I'm not, streaming, I'm definitely gonna have to explore
to Jose's cocoon.
a lot more. Definitely feels like he's moving slower, but the roll doesn't really feel slower. Okay, so there's that. Interesting. So I came out by an elevator, so I could definitely go into the elevator. There's a lower part to this, which there's also stairs for now. I'm gonna run around the perimeter of the tower and see what's up. Man, this is gonna be an awesome game. I hope that it's not all barren and it's also not too difficult. It'd be nice if they just put a lot of like simple enemies, maybe groups of 2 and 3 simple enemies throughout to make it still entertaining to go travel the whole area. But there's definitely large areas to look at, which is cool. I also think this would have been a great game to have multiplayer for. I feel like me and my buddies would have liked exploring the areas together a lot more, and then if they did add like an invader feature similar to Elden Ring or Dark Souls, I think that would be pretty epic as well, considering the large winding areas. But I can understand why they didn't, but I do think it'd be a great addition. Okay, so it's pretty much locked up 360 except for that one entrance, and when you follow that entrance you go to the elevator, and there are paths through each different way. I think I'll take some of the stairs down, see what's under it, then we'll probably end up having to go the elevator route.
A lovely place, if a bit melancholic.
Is that car moving? Oh, that's an umbrella and I'm moving. That's funny. It's like, what the crap? Whoa.
That's nothing.
Okay, I definitely gotta get used to the speed of this weapon and the range.
I'm going all out.
Dang. I don't know.
That's nothing. Over here.
So there definitely are some decent groups of enemies throughout this terrain. And there's a lot to explore, so that's pretty neat. But I think I'm getting a little far off the beaten path. So let's head back, heal up, go into that elevator and see what happens. I'll explore all this kind of off stream. Unless you guys want to see me just run through all these areas, let me know what works best for you. Some people might just like to have some background noise going on or hear thoughts from other people on their favorite games. So if you like that, you just want to explore with me, let me know. If not, I'll try to keep mostly exploring to myself. That'll allow me to kind of play the game when maybe I don't have enough time to stream, but I still want to sit down and play it for 30 minutes to an hour. Having a heavy attacking character is pretty awesome. Essentially, she's like my favorite character from the last game. Trying to remember what his name was. They even have his outfit if you ordered the deluxe or whatever, which I have for your character. I do really want to progress with the story, but looking at the time, I will most likely have to get going soon. And so it's like if I progress with the story, I might get stuck in a place where I'd have to come back for episode 3 today and record it. Whereas if I don't progress with the story, I could still explore on my own, level up the character, and come back to you guys another time. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. Let's take the elevator and see what's up. They pointed towards the top of the tower, but the thing looks so far away to the marker that I almost feel like we're going to go down. Oh, we are going up. Okay. Alright. Well, how is it going to get that far away then? Because I just explored all that area and it wasn't that far. Oh, crap. We already have a revival point registered? What?
This should do it. Take this!
We are on a mission, guys. We're gonna knock this out.
That's nothing.
Holy crap! What is that thing? That's so crazy. It's like a troll doll. Also kind of reminds me of Rodon a little bit. So like all the enemies are kind of like uglier, more realistic versions of the last Code Veins enemies. But what I have also noticed is that they reuse the movesets for all of the old Code Vein enemies. Like, even if the enemy looks relatively different, it's 100% the same movement pattern. Give me a second, guys. I'm getting a call. Alrighty, I missed the call, so I just sent a text. I may have to pick it up in a minute, but let's continue moving on. Whoa. I don't know which way I'm actually supposed to go. That way definitely had hidden items.
That's nothing. That was dazzling. Impressive work. That's extremely valuable.
Cursed Blackblade Killer. What the heck was Cursed Blackblade Killer? I thought that was... Huh. That's crazy. Dexterity goes down, but the other stuff goes up. Whoa. Strength, vitality. It's like it has a higher dex requirement or something. I don't completely understand. Yeah, it does. Okay. Huh. But it still seems to do more damage, so. It kind of has side sweeping, which hopefully that'll make me hit more things and not less. It seems like it would, but not completely sure. It also seems like the windup might be a little bit different. Oh boy, this thing's venturing out towards us. That will be something. Oh balls. Okay. Okay. Not doing too hot. I also don't know what these attacks do. Yeah, I kind of gathered that. Oh balls. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely a decent fight. If I knew what my skills were and was used to the sword, I probably would have done a bit better. But, what can you do? Tender Lightstone 2. Okay, I think that's what will level up my super fancy katana thing. Whoa. Pretty big area here.
Perfect timing. How about a break?
Alrighty, everybody. I think that I'll probably end up getting off. I got a call to make. And gotta get dinner ready. But I may be back tonight. I definitely want to stream me fighting the boss, so at the very least, when I get to the boss, I will. If not, I would like to stream the whole thing. So, we'll see. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate the support, everybody. Keep it up. And I will keep coming back for some more Code Vein 2. Very excited about it.